So this is our circuit, and below is the equivalent circuit of a sensor, and our device is this one, and we have the sensor here. The question is, what should be the input impedance of our device to measure the maximum voltage at the sensor? So uh, the impedance of this device should be what, so that we'll obtain the maximum voltage. So let's look at the circuit here. Let it be any voltage V, and we have a resistance R. This is our device. Okay, imagine that our device has a resistance, and a current is flowing through it. Okay, uh, let it be some kind of current I. If a current flows through it, what would happen? Since the current is flowing through this resistor, there will be a voltage drop across this resistor. That will be I into R. Okay, this voltage drops across this resistor, and we will be able to measure the voltage at these points alone. We'll be able to measure the voltage across our device resistor. Maybe we can say that Vd is the measured voltage. So if a current flows through it, there is a voltage drop across the resistor R. So what should we do? So in the ideal situation, if a current does not flow, there will not be a voltage drop. So what should be this resistance? This resistance should be a very high impedance resistance, or the ideal case is that the resistance should have an infinite resistance. So in that situation, again if we check the current is 0, then the voltage drop is 0, then what happens? We will be able to measure the same voltage, that is the supply voltage itself, and that is the sensor, what voltage is generated at the sensor across the our device itself. So the answer is that we should have a resistance that is equal to infinity to measure the maximum voltage. Let's look at the second part of the question. What should be the input impedance of our device to absorb the maximum power generated by the sensor? So again we have the resistance. The original question is, the resistance is 1 ohm, and whatever be this voltage, 20 sine 20t, and here again our device is the voltage across this device is not the question now. Now the thing is that whatever power is generated by this circuit, our device should obtain the maximum power that is available. So what we should apply here is that the maximum power transfer theorem. Okay, the maximum power transfer theorem, it states that to obtain the maximum power, the load resistance should be equal to the source resistance. In our question, the source resistance is what? Since this is just a voltage source, the source resistance is this one, 1 ohm. That means that our load resistance should be equal to just 1 ohm to obtain the maximum power that is generated by the sensor. Okay, so the answer is that our load resistance should be equal to 1 ohm.